Hi everyone, I'm Noah Gibney and I'm happy to have interviewed musician, songwriter, and most importantly, executive producer of the Guitar-A-RAMA 2024, Dave Kline. Dave Kline has served as a staple for the Berks County music scene for numerous years and has especially given an immense amount of support and guidance for up-and-coming musicians like myself. Guitar-A-RAMA will be on Saturday, November 23rd at the WCR Center for the Arts right here in Reading, PA. I hope you enjoyed this interview and can learn a thing or two about Guitar-A-RAMA 2024 and hopefully will be interested in attending.
The really neat thing about Guitar-A-RAMA is it's one of those community-based events that my vision of it is that it should always be offered to the public for free so that members of the public who don't perhaps get to be exposed to this kind of music or see what that instrument can really do and how multifaceted the instrument is and how versatile, so that members of the public that want to see and appreciate and maybe learn can come and enjoy it. But even more so, students, young or old, middle-aged, whatever, anybody who has a desire to learn about this specific instrument can be well served by the Guitar-A-RAMA concept. And I'm really happy that the Reading Musical Foundation and others have embraced it. In this case, coming up, the WCR, great place, great acoustics. That's a very good confluence of several wonderful things coming together. At my age now, my stage in life, I really get a lot out of doing things with other people, young people like yourselves. Like yourself and your colleagues. I get a lot out of watching, like, for example, the one group we're having come in for Guitar-A-RAMA, the Quarantined Quartet.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when I first hired them years ago to come in for a Guitar-A-RAMA, I hired the husband and wife. Okay. And in our course of conversation, they asked me about rooms. I said, yeah, we'll provide rooms. That's no problem. We'll put you up at the DoubleTree Hotel. They're a great partner, run by great people, great community mission. And he said, well, would it be possible to get 2 rooms? I said, sure. And I didn't ask him why. He said, because I have 2 sons. I said, oh, great. How old are they? And he told me, and they were young.
Yeah.
And I said, well, do they play guitar? Because the guy has the New York guitar.
Yeah.
Well, he said, well, yeah, they do. I said, well, bring them. Bring them along. Let's have them play it. And he said, oh, no, they never played in public. I said, well, here you go. This is the first time. And why? Because that really turned me on. That made me get really excited. And what happened was that family then began to practice with those kids. And they came, and those kids just had the most wonderful experience. You could see it unfolding live, what was happening, because they were around some other great guitar players. And they came in as one set of kids at the beginning of that Guitar-A-RAMA. And by the time that day was over, they were totally different. This class is geared toward people who either haven't played the guitar before and have just started to dabble with it, on up to maybe an intermediate student, although even somebody that's been around for a while can get a kick out of it. Because the reason it's called the Exceptional E Chord is because on guitar, it's not necessarily the easiest chord to make. There are easier chords, but it really only involves 3 fingers if you're playing it in what we call first position. And it's a root chord for so many styles of music, but in this case, it is a root chord. It is like a foundational chord for the Latin or the Spanish or flamenca style of playing rumba, flamenca, whatever you want to call it. It's like if you've ever heard that. Well, what I just did right there is only one chord. It's just being moved up the neck. Right? There's nothing, no wizardry there. So if you learn that chord, it becomes an exceptional chord. That same chord is a chord that's been used by guys like John Lee Hooker. If you don't know John Lee Hooker, look up your blues, look him up on YouTube. John Lee Hooker has a song that was probably his most famous song in blues called Boom, 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 Boom. Most times, if you find the original recordings of Boom, 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 Boom by John Lee Hooker, it's only the E chord he's playing. And it's a groove chord, man. That chord can be good for funk, jazz, Latin music, rock and roll, blues. Like I said, that he just goes dun 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 dun, how, dun dun dun. I'm gonna knock you right down. Dun, 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 dun. It's a great chord. It's an exceptional chord. So Why should you come to that class? Because if you want to learn about these different things I've just been talking about, we're going to show you that, and we're going to make it fun. Well, sharing. That's what I'm looking forward to, because I am intimately familiar with this talent that's coming to our community. And I hope everybody will tell their friends to come, because really, if you don't partake of what's being offered at the WCR on this Guitar-A-RAMA Day, you truly will be missing out on something, because it's a phenomenon. First of all, Josh Taylor, I'm proud to call him a friend and musical colleague for a long time. I mean, he's a great guy. He's as good a guy as you can get, He's an unconceited, non-pretentious, yet highly accomplished musician who also likes to give and share and teach.
Yes.
Right? So you put all that together, and that's like, wow, that's my kind of guy. That's a great thing. And so we, for our friend Judy Henry at Judy's on Cherry, she asked me to put together these theme shows once in a while. Well, that's in my wheelhouse. Because why? Because I like putting shows together. Gives me something to think about.
Yeah.
All right, so one of the things she asked me to do was, could I put together some kind of French kind of gypsy jazz, but maybe some more like 40s American type jazz, and anyway, so we put something together called the Gypsy Jazz Fusion Band, the Gourmet Gypsy Jazz Fusion Band. So anyway, we're bringing that over to the WCR. That'll be part of this concert, and so it's. I'm excited because I get to work with Josh. That doesn't happen maybe 2 times a year. Really cool. Like when we all jammed at the last Blues Festival, the Jazz Festival.
That was such a great time.
Yeah, with the Red Unicrons. That show, that was great. So I'm looking forward to working with those guys, and then looking forward to the Hochman family, the Quarantined Quartet from New York, because the growth of that family is nothing short of miraculous. It's amazing. It shows you what can happen if you practice seriously every day, but it also shows you like, wow, look at what this family did, and they all love it. They love it. It's not like the kids are being whipped into practicing every day, right? So, there truly are musicians. So what you're going to see is world-class talent at this Guitar-A-RAMA.
Thank you so much for tuning into this interview, and we would love to see you at Guitar-A-RAMA 2024.